they're not home at the big house. It's weird. I've never not seen that light on.
Oh, really?
Maybe they're just here, and now that ski season is over, they're gone. Maybe they're not there anymore. That's weird.
It's kind of eerie.
We've lived here for how many months? January, February.
Several months.
What month is it? March? December? 4 months. And that light, I've never seen that house up there with that light off. Because it takes up so much space, because it's like a big wood cabin. So the light fills up like the big bay windows that they have. It's a different timeline. We're on a different timeline. The timeline where, I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me turn this music down a little bit. Let me get this going here. Yeah, it's all right. I'm so tired. I think I fell off my pink cloud. From the last 2 days, from being all excited from the events of getting the Suburban and then finding out that we're close to where you were born. And then I found, and then the lady, I called her today, but I don't know, she didn't, everything's divine timing, man. I just gotta freaking throw stuff out there and leave it alone, because I'm the one that will be like adamant. I'll be like, hey, how's it going? I'll call you every 15 minutes until you call me back, because I want to know, you know. But I can't do that. I can't force anything anymore, and it's really difficult for me to resist, because I've made so many things in my life happen. Although God has made more things happen on a larger scale. So I will yield. I will yield.
That's a good choice.
Okay, so let me get this light going. I didn't really talk about what I wanted to talk about yesterday is what happened. That's why this is a continuance. Again. I wanted to talk about resting on laurels and how what I understand it to mean. Is that Stanley crunching? What it says here, if you look it up, I don't know. Maybe if somebody someplace else looked it up, they'd come up with something different. But here it says, this is just Gagoogle. To rest on your laurels means that you get lazy or complacent about what you could achieve because you're too busy basking in the memories of former glories. It's a phrase that continues to have significant relevance in the world of, well, see, I hate sports, so I don't know about it from sports. I know about it from like programs where people have freaking problems with substances and things like that, and instead of freaking ignoring the fact that they have those problems, they talk about it, and that's the kind of stuff that they talk about is you can't rely on things that you did yesterday to make you a better person today or tomorrow. It's kind of trippy to see the way the world's headed on a grand scale, on a large scale. See, they're freaking tripping in France, man. You know, I'm surprised they're not. See, because they gave the monkeys the nuts. They gave the monkeys the peanuts here back in America. They opened stuff up. They just, go get your sports. Go watch your sports and your movies and your TV and your award shows and all that stuff. Go do that. There's a lot of big problems that are all coming up to a head all at the same time because so many people rested on their laurels. So what did I do today? I did go to town. It was just a quick trip. I had to get a new butterfly nut for the screw that holds down the air cleaner, because on top of that it sits the carburetor, the butterfly valves in there, and the screw went down in there and held it open, and it caused a problem. So unfortunately I have to get a tap and die set too, because I had one when I left Oregon and I don't know where it's at. So I have to rethread it before I put it back in, because when it was trying to go down into the engine, thank God it didn't. Oh my God. Oh my God. God was with me that day, man. That would have been, oh fuck. I don't even, oh, that just makes me dizzy thinking about it. So I just did a quick trip to town. It's so cold. I hate being cold. I'm a little baby. I wasn't always like that. What are you doing, Artie Pants? Handsome, Artie Pantsum. I love you, Artie Pantsum. Handsome. And it messes every March, when I live in cold climates. It was like this when not so much Oregon, but when I lived in Nebraska, it was like this. And now that I live in New Mexico, it's the same freaking thing. It's in the March. It's like you get a couple warm days, and it's like my inner clock is all whoopee. Spring's coming. No more hoodies, no more pants, no more socks. I hate socks. Today I had my battery operated socks on, because when it gets cold my feet hurt, and they're like heating pads on my feet. I freaking love them, man. That was a good purchase. I'm glad I did that. It was like 36 degrees here, and it was all windy and stuff, and it's like, man, I want to be outside, but I don't want to be freezing when I go outside. It's not fun. Saw a cool hawk today though. That was cool. I just happened to look up and he flew right over my head, and that tells me that I'm in alignment. When things come right directly above me, then I'm lining up with different things. So I don't know. I don't really. Mars is out of Gemini. And I think it's just like, because that's my natal placement. I was born with my Mars and Saturn both in Gemini. So those are full spectrum signs. So that's from like dark to light. I mean, it's full. It covers the whole gamut. And I just feel like, I don't know, I had all this air in my sail, and now it's just like, thump. It stopped. I just got no juice. Even though I do get quite a bit done every day. Just the normal everyday routine that I have is kind of a bit. But soon the weather will be warm. It'll only be a few more days. I told Mr. Iskey, I'm just a whiny baby when it comes to cold and stuff like that, man. I just get so cold everywhere. But so that's why that's one thing. I was messaging with the gal today, and she was kind of disappointed in a situation that happened with the group that she felt like they were her allies, like they cared about her and stuff like that, And that's what I found with any group, is that if it's all well and good until you start questioning things, and then they're like, hey, we don't like how you're questioning our group, and then you're outside the group kind of thing. And I told her a long time ago that when I back in the 15 years I was in recovery in a formal kind of way, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to say it without saying it. When I was friends with Bill W. That's a good way to say it. There was something they talked about was not being a part of any groups, and I was like, you know what? That's anything that I experienced, whether it was the United States Air Force or, going to college in the way that I did in Omaha, and just like all of the groups and just everything I've ever participated in, there, regardless of how good they say it is for everyone else, there's always people in it that have their own ideas of how they want things to go, and they kind of freaking spoil the spirit of what a lot of things are intended to be because of their own, I don't know, their own heart space. So I like that idea about not joining groups. So I don't align myself with any religious denomination. I don't align myself with any, as far as I'm concerned, politics are reindeer games. I think the whole thing is silly. It's just a big, that in conjunction with the military is just the Earth's greatest resource hog. Of all of the hogs, because I look at entities like, military branch as like a person. I always have. Like, they had their own personality, their own heart space. Like how, and it probably came from, like, early programming from when I was, Uncle Sam. They had Uncle Sam. I want you, Uncle Sam, the big, go fight, win, Uncle Sam, America, as like an entity, a person. Dude's fucking feeble, old, weak, freaking just trying to chomp Viagra, hanging on to those glory days. Kind of like the freaking president. None of those people I recognize. None of those people. They're not my world. That's not the world I live in. I'm trying to fix the world. I'm trying to create a better environment because of the world that they're making. Because they serve themselves. I did find out something kind of cool today, though. I'm going to be 49 on April 9th this year. And my friend, I was talking to her on the phone today, and she's like, she's like, your birthday's on Easter. And I knew that it was on a Sunday this year, and I was like, no, it's not no. And then I remembered that it's on a Sunday. I was like, is it? Because I remember when I was like 7, 8 years old, I remember looking on a calendar like years ahead when I was in my 40s to 50s. And I was like, my birthday never falls on Easter. Mom, your birthday's been on Thanksgiving, November 28th. I don't know how many times. Lots of times. That's a common date. Helly, she's only 7 years old. Her birthday's already been on Thanksgiving. Hers is 25th. My birthday's never been on Easter, and according to that calendar, I was like, my birthday's never, okay, all right. My birthday's never going to be on, that's cool. It doesn't need to be on Easter. It's not like I'm, I just think it's cool that Jesus Christ, there's storylines out there that Jesus Christ, JC, resurrected as an Aries. So, anyway, I thought that was kind of neat. So, yeah, I looked on the calendar. Lo and behold, my birthday's on Easter this year. But I just think that's funny that it's like, how many different versions of time are there? Like, how many timelines are going on in my house right now? It just turned 8:07 p.m. But if I stand in front of my microwave, it's 8:05 p.m. So does that mean it's 2 minutes ago? And then I stand in front of my stove and it's 8:07 still. But this the time on the clock on the stove will speed up, and in like 6 days it'll be 10 minutes ahead of the microwave. These are already patterns I've picked up in just 4 months. Everything is a pattern, man. Ooh, I wonder if Uranus and Jupiter are out. It was cloudy earlier. Too cold. I ain't doing it. I was gonna bring the laptop outside and show them this, but it's just, yeah, I'm not. It's nope. Stanley, why are you so fidgety today? He's being like, you're just a cool cat, dude. You're just a cool cat. You are. Come here. That'd be cool if he just went blurp. He's never done that in his life. He wouldn't do that. Come here. Come here. Can I pick you up? May I please? Huh? Wanna say hi? He's a big cat. He does not like to travel in cars. He does a good job, though. I bet he wouldn't do bad in the Suburban. Ow. So that's why resting on my laurels, that has always stuck with me. That is like, you know, I can't stay stagnant too long. So I got an idea what I'm going to do on my birthday this year. I'm not sure. It might change. Like last year, my Earth Angel sent me stuff for 10 bags for travelers. So it was like 10 bags, and they had like this really cool foldable utensil set with knives, forks, spoons. Had like tampon, like feminine hygiene products. Had toothpaste, toothbrush, socks. And like all in a laundry bag. All kinds of stuff. I used to do like snacks, like granola bars and stuff like that, but you got to be careful these days because too many people have food allergies. And my friend Jill lost her 14-year-old son last year because his teacher in Omaha gave him a fucking granola bar and he had a nut allergy. And so, got to be careful about that stuff. Huh. Yeah. Life is fragile. Life is very fragile. My friend Mr. Iski, he lost 5 people. Astrology, they keep saying the numbers are going up. I don't understand why people believe that there's freaking 7 billion people on this planet. How many people just died in the last couple years? And it's just more and more and more and more. And less and less and less and less people are having kids. People still are having kids. They are just not doing it in the numbers in which they once did. You know, and rich people with a lot of money, they throw money at things that they can't do for themselves. Oh, I have a problem, I'm going to throw money at it. And then I can find somebody that can make the world however I want it. But there's a lot of people that can't have kids, and you got these, these people are having test tube babies. They've been doing it since the 70s, 80s. I mean, Jessica, they've been doing this stuff the whole time. It's just grown while everybody's looking at all this other stuff. All these weird scientists over here are just like, it's just gotten to a level that people are going to be shocked at. You know what? You know, when they hide these stories and they say, no, the public, they can't handle it. The public can't handle it. The public needs to handle it. The public is going to have to handle it because it's coming like a freaking bullet down the barrel. And I still can't believe how many people just go through life. I went to this market today, the supermarket today, just to get a couple things. Because I don't like going into town on the weekend. I don't have the patience for it these days. And if I had a buddy to go along to distract me, that'd be different. And I don't. It's not from lack of effort, but maybe one day I'll be cool enough. Who knows? So I go in the store and I get a couple things, and like the mom, the lady who was at the register, it was like she had her young son. I don't know, he's a tiny guy. He could have been 12 years old, 13. I don't know, young man. I said, "You came to work today, huh?" You know? And he's like, "Yeah." And I said, "So, you working hard or hardly working?" Get used to it, kid. Because if you're in freaking 3Dsville, I heard that. I can't even tell you how many times I heard that when I was in IT. Like, I would overhear people say it. I'm just like, because that's a vibrational frequency. It's like all these people have the same mind. They have different bodies, but they all operate the same in these different groups. It's like they share one brain hub, and they just... they think they're navigating independently and they're unique and they're doing their own thing. And I'm just like, I'm sorry to tell you, there's 1,000 just like you. Probably within, 10 square miles from here. I'm looking for my same frequency, mine. I've been looking my whole life. I think this is my year though. 4-9. I think this is my year. I think things are really going to start turning around for me. So, anyway. How you doing today, Ma?
I'm doing good.
How rude. I didn't even ask you. I'm sure the nice people would like to know how you're doing.
I'm doing well.
Yeah? Mom ate good. I got her one of their Marie Callender's turkey pot pies, and she ate the whole thing. I just, most days I cook. And some days I don't got it. It's everything I can do just to do the daily. And I did extra. You know what I did? You know what I think it is? Who is that? Who's streaming? I'm sore. I overdid it. I overdid it yesterday. And so my body hurts. And I haven't done that in a while. But I probably did 9 sets. From the time I got up all day. Now, when I talk about a set, this is what I'm talking about. I got my little weight here. I got my 20-pound weight here. And sometimes a set, I mix it up. I'm always doing something different. Sometimes I'm dancing around, but my sets on each arm, every time they're 100. So that's why I'm feeling a little depleted. Oh my gosh. I just had so many yah-yahs from finding out about, getting more tidbits about Mom and stuff. And it's just like, being on a body high. Other people, they feel good like I feel. They get all dressed up and head to town and look for a place to put it. I ain't trying to rack up that kind of karma. We're going to see a lot of that. Yeah, so okay. All right. So for those people that are still procreating and having kids naturally, this is what I personally see. Okay, so it's March, April. So there's going to be a lot of... Wait a minute. There's going to be a lot of Aquarius, because from this period comes Aquarius. See, people never talk about that. Like I look at them as people recipes. Like, I'm Aries. The recipe that I came from, Mom's Sagittarius. Dad's Aries. His birthday's today. He turned 75. I called him this morning. Didn't have a good connection. He sends me a text message. I'm out on a hike. Don't have service. All right. Get it, man. Get it. 75 years old, starting his day off on a hike. All right. Good for you, old man. Good for you. So we only talked for a minute. We're It's a slow process. We see, I'm Aries, he's Aries, I'm his first daughter. His firstborn was a Virgo. See, and then you think about that. I always count back, especially like on Facebook where they have like, sometimes they have like people, 6 people I know have like the same birthday, and then I count, I'm like, what the frick was, and then it's usually a holiday, or okay, so to continue on with me, mom's Sagittarius, dad's Aries. Okay, so I come from straight fire. I'm fire from fire. Okay, and then mom's adopted, so I'm not sure. Dad, his parents, his mom, Edith, she was a Sagittarius. My dad's dad, Leo. I come from straight fire. So, you know what I mean? And then, like, I don't have Earth in my chart. So I have all this other Virgo. Like, my brother's a Virgo. My sister, Jessica, who died September 23rd, 2022 in Phoenix. She resurrected from the ashes. And wonder what she is now. Anyway. Hope she learned her lessons. She'll always teach me. I hope I never forget the lessons that she taught me. She's Virgo, and my brother's a Virgo, so I'm in a Virgo sandwich. They're all Earth. That's Earth sign. I don't have Earth in my chart. They're all grounded and stable, and I'm all air and fire and steam and flying around, If people thought about, like, their relationships with their families based on in those terms, I could help people, like, get along with each other. Like my neighbors, okay? Or, like, where I live, okay? It's like, son, Sagittarius. Daughter, Cancer. Mom, Pisces. Right? So water, fire, steam. They don't understand him. Nobody, I understand both of them. You know what I mean? I don't know, it helps. I see all these astrologers that have their classes up. That one dude, $1,300 for his astrology school. Oh my God, I bet his crap does not stink either. He's a Virgo. Anyway, we're all just like recipes from planetary energies, and we all are what we are. It's what we do with what we are. If I were to live my true like nature, I would be a fucking heathen. I really would. I just learned a long time ago the importance of yielding. And sometimes I forget I'm a freaking ram. I also learned that if I ram things and I just push through like a freaking tornado, I can get my way in any situation. That's my way. That's me coming from a place of ego. I'm trying to live from a place of spirit. So, I must yield. I want to put forth. I want to, do this and I want to do that, and it's not the time. It's not the time. It's more waiting. And I've been waiting 5 years. It occurred to me today. I thought this was funny. I was talking to my friend. I was like, holy hell, it's 2023. It was 2013 that I got dumped last. I ain't never broke up with nobody. I won't, because I'll keep trying. I'll try this. I'll try that. I don't know when to stop. So, 10 years. I haven't even been on a date in 7 years. Time flies whether you're having fun or not. You know it? Yeah. I don't know. I'm glad though. I've never been a promiscuous person. It's just not. I wanted to be. I really did. I wanted to be that. All the stuff that comes with that. My conscience would allow it. I always got too bashful. So, ow. Ugh. Anyway, I think I'm about done. I don't know if anybody's around today. It's Saturday. Aloha, Holid. Oh no. It's in the spirit of just cuz it's Easter. Cuz if it's going to be nice, I'll tell you. I'm not going to it's not anything like that. It's what I used to do it in Oregon. Is that I would go to the grocery store where they had really nice flowers, and then I would go out in town and then find whoever the flowers are intended to be. And I met a nice lady and her fella one day. She was on my Instagram. I posted the picture on my Instagram page, one of my profiles, and because I was walking along with my flower dancing, bebopping like I do, you know. And I go past her and she's like, those flowers are really pretty. And I was like, well, they must be yours then. So I was going to do that, but I was going to do it get 10 bouquets. Because it'll be Easter. Because I like doing stuff for people on my birthday. I don't mind but hey, I already got the gift. My birthday present this year, was that Suburban. So I'm I'm pretty happy. I washed it today. I went down to the car wash and it was like 10 or 10:30. It was 10:30, 11, and I was not prepared for how cold it was. And then there was ice all over the ground. And so I'm like sliding with the hose, with the pressure washer. I wish I had a pressure washer myself. One day I'll have one. They're handy, man. They're so handy. So that was pretty cool. But I washed most of the mud off and stuff, but anyway. Yep, I'm at over the 30-minute mark. I don't have much more to say than that. That's what I got for now. Hope you have a rad day.